And welcome to AnCap Rising Live with Grim the AnCap Dalek. How's it going, guys? Very wonderful day for this Tuesday, around 21st of January 2014. A wonderful year so far. Hopefully it will always be a great year. Definitely. I've always really loved it. So in today's news, the Jamaican bobsled team got funded to go to Sochi with Dogecoin, the new cryptocurrency that I also have. It's very amazing. I thought it was really awesome to see cryptocurrency really getting into the market, and especially this one. And believe it or not, this is actually my first cryptocurrency. I did it around maybe around like the first of January and stuff. I don't know. I don't really remember. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. I've always really liked this brand new cryptocurrency. It's really awesome. So yeah. And if anybody was wondering, that was Break the Silence by Killswitch Engage. I think it was their not Disarm the Descent, but I don't really remember the album, but it was Break the Silence by Killswitch Engage. Wonderful band. I've always loved Howard. I mean, he was definitely a really awesome singer and definitely the best vocalist I've ever heard. Jesse, I think he has potential. I just think that he should kind of keep it a little bit more kind of that firmer kind of hard rock, hardcore. That's what I believe. And just still bring out that kind of emotional kind of feeling. I think there just needs to be like this. I know it's Killswitch Engage, although it's kind of not really the same for me when I listen to Killswitch Engage when it's with Jesse, and I love one of his songs. I mean, I think it was what was it? My Last Grenade. I don't know what it was. Centerade. But it was definitely amazing. I thought it was really awesome. It really made me absolutely just bring a smile on my face. So yeah, about that. So for the people who's listening, I do thank you. I really do appreciate for you guys listening up to this wonderful broadcast on the wonderful, luscious mountains of Colorado. I'm still around over here, not around like the western slope, but like right inside the mountains, like around northern Colorado, right nearby Steamboat. So yeah, I'm not going to give you guys where I'm at because that's my anonymity that I'm talking about, but yeah, so definitely all those great things. But yeah, I hope your guys' day is awesome and definitely pretty stellar and amazing. And I know I think there's another topic that we could talk about. there has been a little bit still more talk on net neutrality. For people who don't know, what mainly happens is that the FCC basically makes the internet neutral. Mainly, you can only pass this line and then go. You can only go through a nice. It mainly makes the ISP make it safe and more neutral. So the internet service provider like Verizon, Comcast, AT&T can't block sites and or kind of bring a bigger shipment rate because it's just going to be a flat rate. So that's pretty nice. At the same time, I don't think government is the be-all end-all for it, but at the same time, I heard Alpha Omega Sin, a great gamer. I've really loved him, and he's definitely very more outspoken when he does speak about the things. He's definitely a great person to talk about and listen to the guy. Definitely a great conversation starter. And he was talking about, since the FCC, due to also not only that, but also plus the Trans-Pacific Partnership Act that's going around in right now in Congress, and they're trying to fast track it, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. So yeah, yikes, that's a bad thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't really want that to happen. Just to actually bring in more of corporate control, really bigger corporate, dangerous corporate control that can probably hurt us, which is really bad. But there's so much things, there's just so much facets between it. I'm just kind of scared for pretty much my very well-being and these corporate powers, just because of this legal shield that the government gave them. It's gonna hurt us, and they're gonna be profiting, and they're gonna be benefiting from it. And it's gonna be a really sad thing to see that humanity will not have a free and open internet because of a government agency, which is like the worst thing I have to say about it. But it's the sad truth. And I wish we cannot have government. I wish we had no kind of legal kind of shields like corporations and stuff like that. I wish that could have happened, but it's right now we have to live, and we need to start getting to our own selves and talk about the ideas of liberty and how government shouldn't ever be away in anarcho-capitalism. I definitely think that way. And also, there was another thing about when Adam was talking about this, Luke Kukowski of We Are Change asked him what was the greatest lesson that you got taught. Like, he found out, and he said that it was just mainly, I think it was like you can choose the way your state of mind is. I mean, so for other people, you don't choose when to get punched. It's just how you roll with the punches, I mean, basically, and how you deal with them. And I think trying to say that through it that way, I think it's just a wonderful idea. A wonderful kind of work with it and just be happy and try to be happy, because life is kind of bad to really just not speak about it, or even just kind of be sad and miserable because do you really want to be like these elitists and these little fucktards in the government around the area? Really? These people are the most miserable people in the world, and be happy. Happiness is a choice. and how, and whatever you're affected by, whatever you're, kind of put through, you can put that with the best attitude, because it doesn't matter when to get punched or how or when or why. It happens. And in looking at that outlook through what happens in your life will be the best thing, and try to be happy, try to do, and then work as hard as you can. So that's one thing. And I know it's hard. I definitely know it's hard. I mean, I lost my home. I had craniosynostosis synostosis, and which is like a really weird kind of book. I mean, not really much of a book, but kind of more of a disease that mainly says that my brain was messed up. I have conjoined kidneys. I've lost my house. And it's a hard thing. It's just, either A, you can do it through a negative attitude and you can make it negative, or you can make it positive. Turn that frown upside down. So, a song by Bob Marley, this is a little song I wrote, and it goes a little like this. I don't know. And then just say, don't worry, be happy, You gotta be happy just to look around the world and just say, there's lots of things going on, and I bet you that it will get better, There will always be clouds in the storm, and it's just that, sometimes you just need to dance in the rain about it. So, I mean, I know it's kind of cheesy and kind of, I know it's cheesy and kind of bland, but, it is truthful. It says a lot of truth. So, yeah, I mean, just roll with the punches. Don't get so messed over with how much life gives you a beating. Start doing your things. Just start helping other people out. And, everybody says it's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. No, and what also Adam said, instead of that, it's backwards. It's life, the pursuit of happiness, and then the end goal, liberty. As, because basically, even when you have so much crap out of your own life, and if you think that affects you, you are mainly a slave of your own mind. Break free from the change that and that's why I actually played the song, Break the Silence, because you know what? You just need to speak about these things. You need to remember that these people are the most miserable people in the world, and that we also need to give them love too, and we need to make them also happy. All these dictators and douchebags and politicians in their own lives, and including corrupt police officers. I'm not going to get into that kind of discussion for now, but, these people are, all those great things. I mean, so we just need to be ourselves. We need to be happy as we can. We just need to remember that we are who we are, and you know what? We can do so many great things. I mean, I remember 120 years ago, we still had the horse and buggy, and basically the car, the automobile, was barely even anything. And now, look at this, we have freaking cell phones in the palm of our own hands. And freaking the whole access of human knowledge straight onto our own palm of our own hands. So isn't that amazing? You can just do with a few keystrokes, and then you can actually find out what's truth or lying. It's just so mind-blowing to me that we can actually have that happen. And I think it's because of the abilities of the market, and I think it's just how we really get into technology and how what'll happen within our own survival. I mean, back then, my teacher said this, is mainly people were very technologically kind of irrelevant towards the idea, but they still had the key to survival. they still needed to survive in order to live. And when people actually go from the French Revolution and also to the American Revolution, I mean, people had to live in order to get their sorry, in order to live and actually be out there in the market and do things. But basically, we just said, well, I'm tired, I'm starving, and we need to get out there before we all die. And it's just, yeah, it's so true. But and right now we're not having the key to survival because we're fat and we're happy. But guess what? Those days aren't gonna kind of happen for long. Not even your whole family. I mean, if we look at the Fukushima crisis, we are about, almost, we're getting irradiated by this freaking nuclear reactor that blew up 2 years ago. I mean, just melted down, and just, it's so sad to see that happen to the human race. I mean, we can do so many things, but we can't fuck with nature. And guess what? We did. So it's kind of a sad part of what we know. I don't know what to say anything else. It's and I think I do have hope for humanity, even though there's so much things going on. So yeah, I guess my sister's right over here. How's it going?
It's going good. I'm just saying. We're home.
Okay. Well, sorry about that.
You didn't feed your cats.
Actually, I did.
You did.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry. Sorry for the interruption. My bad. Whatever. I mean, let's just kind of keep it like that, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. They're not going to be very considerate, and I don't really care. And I'm not going to be really considerate of them. So whatever. I don't really care. I'm sorry. It's, I do feel that we do still have hope for humanity. I know that there are many things that we can do. There are so many things that will happen, and I know that everything will be fine. So, yeah. So, I guess I'm going to pardon the whole interruption. Thank you guys for listening. I really do duly appreciate it. This will be on Tumblr, YouTube, also on my Twitter page, so you can look at my tweets. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. Definitely really awesome. A shout out goes to Anticrisis73. Brother, you're a great person, and if we have the time, dude, let's talk. Let's talk about the things. You and I, let's get back onto Blog Talk Radio, and let's do all this, and then I'm gonna also do this because you know what, I really do like it, and I really do like this part, but I also like hanging out with you and just talking and speaking and conversating with other people. It's always fun. I really like it. And a little sponsor, well, mainly just a little announcement. This show is brought to you by all the consideration. Thank you guys for listening. Good luck and good night.